it's been very lukewarm, as everybody has reported. It's been a very cold campaign, to be honest, compared to other presidential elections in Iran, relatively speaking. I'm gonna give an overview of what's been going on so far. So first of all, we had the first presidential debate, and the first presidential debate, the topic was economics. So the questions was about the economics. The first one was somewhat lively. You had the Raisi, which is the candidate that everybody says is the pre-selected candidate to be presidential candidate. He was attacked by the two reformist centrist candidates, Mehralizadeh and Hemmati. So he was very much attacked, and you have other candidates that in our previous videos we have mentioned that they're all conservatives or principalists, as they've been translated in some documents. And Hemmati, who's the leading reformist centrist candidate, the former central bank governor, he was attacking all the other principalist candidates as a cover candidates for Raisi. He said they are just your cover candidates, and I'm not going to even debate them. I'm not going to answer their questions. I'm just going to talk with you. So you had that going on. At the same time, you had all these principalists attacking Hemmati, who was the governor of the central bank, and they attacked they said that he's part of Rouhani government who has seen the biggest downfall in the value of the Iranian currency. And it was very interesting because both sides were criticizing each other from the position of weakness, as if the other one was in charge. So it was very much a blame game, that you were this didn't happen because of your gang, and the other one was saying, no, this didn't happen because your gang wasn't good enough, which was quite interesting. There were a lot of in the first debate, Mehralizadeh specifically attacked Raisi, and he said he doesn't have enough education to be the president. He said his education is very limited to the sixth grade, and he doesn't have economic education. And Raisi responded by saying that he has a PhD in law and I think I don't know what they call it in religious studies of like fiqh, which is like religious law basically. So it was quite fiery in terms of there was a lot of insults, there was a lot of like, you did it, no, you did that, no, you did that, but there wasn't much substance, and nobody really gave a program or anything as to how they will solve this situation. Everybody did say that they're going to solve pretty much all the problems within 6 months, which was quite shocking. I couldn't believe they are being so optimistic. Closest thing we had, you had Rezai, who's the candidate famous for being a candidate in almost any Iranian election. As I mentioned before, there's jokes that he even nominates himself in like American presidential elections. In any election he can. But he said he's gonna increase the direct. There is this system of direct financial aid to significant, I would say, to majority of Iranian people fall under that category. They get direct financial aid from government. He said he's going to raise that significantly. He said he's going to pay salaries to the housewives. So, sort of I don't think he's coming at it from a feminist point of view, but yeah. So in terms of economic like details of giving details of economic plan, that was as close as we came to it, really. Others, Jalili and Ghazizadeh also had some economic plans, but Ghazizadeh's economic plans is very much neoliberal. They kept saying that we should get the government out of a lot of areas. We should reduce government control. We should increase people's power at the local level. The generic stuff that everybody says. So that was the first debate.
Sorry, before you get into the second debate,
No,
so
no, no. I'm gonna
Oh,
before
okay,
sorry,
okay.
I just was gonna say
Yeah.
that Rezai also heavily Rezai and all principals, especially Rezai, they really criticized Rouhani's government, and some even said they were threatening arrest because they kept saying that the officials responsible for the situation should be punished and stuff. So some even said Rezai was threatening the arrest of other candidates, and Hemmati even told Raisi to tell your cover candidate not to threaten me. So it really got heated at some point. And then in the reaction of the debate, you had Rouhani government. They were very angry and they said they requested time from the national television to respond, which radio and television did not allow them because the Institute of the Iranian National Radio and Television is independent from the government and they are usually don't have good relations. So sorry, that was yeah. There were yeah. That was the biggest reaction that you could say was to the first debate.
Okay, so things are heating up a little bit, at least here and there. But I want to ask you about this word that you were saying, principalist. So that's how they refer to conservatives. Can you just unpack that a little bit?
Well, it's not. I mean, we mentioned this in our previous videos. You can say Iran has political parties, so to speak. There are sort of very broad wings of different ideological attitudes of some kind. But the principalists are the candidates who are generally speaking more conservative socially, and sometimes they're usually more connected to the military, to the religious authorities. So you have the principalists who are the sort of the conservatives, the ones that stand up for traditional values, for that type of thing. And then you have the reformists who are believe that the system, the current Islamic Republic system, needs significantly more democratic elements to survive. So yeah, the principalists are basically the sort of establishment, let's
Mm-hmm.
say, supported group. And right now, Raisi, everybody sees Raisi as the president-elect, to be honest, right now. And the other candidates, a lot of them are saying that are just there to give him cover, as Hemmati was saying. And yeah, I mean, that's the best.
Yeah.
Just
Oh,
that's
that's
the
good.
best
That's
short
good.
description I can give. Yeah.
Okay, so to wrap up the first debate and the reactions, there were some, economic promises that were made that let's who knows if they'll stick to any of them. But then, besides attacking each other, they also attacked the Rouhani government quite a bit. If I
Yeah, to be
got you, yeah.
honest, Reza, yeah, they were basically attacking Rouhani uh, mostly more than like the reformist candidates were viewed as Rouhani surrogates or continuity candidates of some kind. So yeah, Rouhani government was well, the economic situation of the country was heavily criticized.
Hmm. Okay, all right. So let's move on to the second debate.